Tonight, President Trump discusses the Me Too movement.
A robber gets plea offer.
And Governor Cuomo approves a new budget for the city of Lockport.
WTOP 10 Nightly News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News. I'm Dan Corlett.
And I'm Brianna Watson.
On Tuesday, Donald Trump held a rally in Mississippi. At the rally, he took shots at Dr. Ford, the woman who has come forward with sexual assault allegations against the president's Supreme Court nominee.
The president stood by his nominee and attacked what he claimed is a dangerous standard in America. The president says men are currently guilty until proven innocent and continue to say how dangerous it is for the country. This is coming after harsh pushback from the Me Too movement representing women's rights.
Two state assembly candidates have agreed to a debate. Will Barclay and Gail Tosh will hold a public debate to contest for the 120th district in the New York Assembly. The event is being held as an opportunity for the candidates to clarify their positions on specific topics. The debate will be held on October 24th in Oswego, and voters have the ability to propose questions to the candidates. If you have a question you'd like answered, you can send them to editor@paltimes.com by October 19th.
Fairgrave Elementary School will be rewarding select students who exceed expectations of being safe, responsible, respectful, and problem solvers within their classrooms. Each winner of the Expectation Award was nominated by their teacher and received their Certificate of Honor at the Morning Express recognition ceremony. The outstanding students also receive a brag tag they can add to their collection.
27-year-old Brian Montanez, who was involved in a drug robbery turned murder, was officially offered a plea deal. According to Syracuse.com, Montanez was charged with murder for his planning in the homicide, but was offered 22 years in prison if he pleads guilty to the crime. His guilty plea would account for his homicide and weapons charges. Montanez is remaining in jail as his case continues.
A recent documentation of a prison-based theater group has been screened in an event held on campus. Reporter Alexander Griffin found the film discourages the common stigmatizations of prison inmates.
The Murano Campus Center at SUNY Oswego held a recent screening of Human Again. The film serves as a tribute to how the powers of theater can provide incarcerated inmates with a therapeutic and revitalizing method for expression of grief.
Here I am at the entrance to the Murano Campus Center auditorium. Soon, different professors studying different disciplines across campus will come together and form a discussion panel for the screening of the event.
The showing of the film was open to the public, and the discussion panel consisted of experts in areas such as criminal justice, psychology, creative writing, and, of course, theater. The Dean of Graduate Studies, Professor Kristen Eichhorn, served as the head of the event and has hopeful feelings on the film's heartwarming message.
I think it's really interesting topics from a lot of different perspectives, and I hope that students take away a heightened consciousness of prisons and the prison systems.
The discussion panel also included Cornell Professor Bruce Levitt, the facilitator of the Phoenix Players Theater Group, which is centered within the Auburn Correctional Facility. Professor Levitt strives for the film to inspire a more positive image of the incapacitated.
These people who are incarcerated are human beings and have qualities. They're not a stereotype. We start the film with the mugshot, which is the most stereotypical image of someone who's incarcerated. And then through the course of the film, you get to know them as human beings. And so we're hoping to push against that stereotype.
The Phoenix Players Theater Group has continued to operate inside the correctional facility with new members since the filming of Human Again. Alexander Griffin reporting.
To find more information about the Phoenix Players, visit www.phoenixplayers@auburn.com. Governor Andrew Cuomo announced that the city of Lockport will receive $10 million in funding as the winner of the Downtown Revitalization Initiative. The competition was aimed to help communities boost their economies by rejuvenating downtown areas into thriving neighborhoods. The city of Lockport had to meet extensive criteria to receive the funding and will use the $10 million to improve buildings and storefronts downtown.
Governor Cuomo also announced the top two plans which were proposed for the Reimagine the Canals competition. Both plans are meant to develop attractions that will highlight the state's canal system. The winning proposals included festivals and neighborhoods along the systems, including the Erie and Oswego canals. The competition accumulated 145 entries, and the winning proposals have a total budget of $2 million.
Ex-Assembly Speaker Sheldon Silver has escaped a 7-year prison sentence while still under investigation for his conviction of bribery. The Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals ruled in the Democrats' favor 2 days prior to his scheduled incarceration. While prosecutors claim Silver's accumulation of almost $4 million was a result from serving as a legislator supporting real estate and cancer research, his lawyers argue that bribery was not involved. Now let's take a quick look at the weather with Storm Team 10 meteorologist Robert Bianca.
Thanks, guys. I'm outside Murano Campus Center right now, and if you look up in the sky, you can see partly cloudy conditions, which we can expect for the rest of the night with decreasing clouds. And as we look at our satellite and radar, we can expect the clouds to still be in the area, but decreasing as we get into tomorrow. Currently, temperatures, they're in the 50s widespread across the area. And as we head towards tonight, temperatures are still supposed to be in the 50s. And that's it. That's all I have for now, and back to you.
Tonight, we're going to talk about the text you got from the president.
And more on rising Indonesian death tolls.
This is WTOP 10 Nightly News, and we'll be right back.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No,
right
but you've
here.
got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
So good to see you guys.
So, what's up?
Oh, we finally bought a place.
Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Is it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
I'm your Storm Team 10 meteorologist, Robert Bianco. Currently looking at our satellite and radar, we can see partly cloudy skies would continue throughout the night. And as we head towards our current temperatures, right now, temperatures widespread in the 50s across the entire region. And then taking a wider view of our temperatures, we can see temperatures in the 50s, and off to our west, we can see temperatures in the low 60s. And as we look towards tonight, we can expect temperatures to be in the mid-50s, so not much change to right now. Winds from the southeast around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Gusts could be higher than that. And looking off to our west, a little further in Wisconsin, we could see a large area of rain, and there's a frontal boundary right around here, bringing heavy rain, thunderstorms, which will come to our area, as I will time out for you right now. For your morning commute, dry, but as we get towards 10 a.m., we can see the line of storms begin to come through. It will bring up some rain, and there will actually be around 2 areas of rain which will be coming through for your lunchtime commute. And as we go towards evening, for your evening commute, drier conditions are expected. And if you're going out to watch a baseball game or going out to watch hockey for your nighttime, you can expect dry conditions to remain. And for rain, we can see around 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain, so not too much, maybe some ponding on some roadways. And another story will be winds, about 15 to 20 miles per hour throughout the day. As the front comes through, winds will be decreasing, and around 20 miles per hour will remain throughout the day. As we get towards our 7-day, we could see that Saturday we can have showers in the 70s. Sunday we can have more showers in the 60s, so our weekend will be a little bit sloppy. But your day off for Columbus Day will be in the lower 70s. And that's it for right now. More news and sports after the break. This is WTOP.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
I wouldn't use this one.
He helps me with my decision making.
Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
And then she was like, yeah. And I was like, no. And then she was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, what?
Ryan just texted me.
Oh my God, what did he say?
Netflix and chill?
Netflix and chill, that's like so last year. It's all about WTOP movies on demand and chill.
You are so right.
Yo, bro, what's wrong?
Yo, bro. My girl left me, bro.
But why?
Because I don't watch WTOP 10 movies on demand.
Welcome back to WTOP 10. Across the country, American citizens received the same text alert. The alert read, Presidential Alert, and informed the recipients it was a test of the National Wireless Emergency Alert System. The message and ones to follow are not sent from the desk of the President, but was actually sent from the Federal Emergency Management Agency. FEMA is testing a system, according to a CNN report, will alert the public of coordinated attacks on major cities or some other type of public peril that is ongoing in the country at the time. The program will be used for any event which fills those descriptions moving forward. During the rally held by President Trump on Tuesday, the president made statements of support towards his Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh. During the same rally, the president mocked Dr. Blasey Ford and her testimony, mocking her statements. Today, the White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders defended the president, claiming, quote, the president was stating the facts. Sanders says the entire process has been a disgrace, blaming the Senate Democrats, claiming they have undermined the entire judicial branch. When asked whether or not the president is concerned if his comments will affect how the committee votes, Sanders also says the president is confident in his nominee. Residents in several states are dealing with severe weather. The storms brought significant damage, including historic flooding in some spots. John Lawrence reports.
A tornado plows into a Pennsylvania nursing home
and took out one of our villas and took a roof off one of our hallways.
The National Weather Service says it was an EF2 with winds estimated at well over 100 miles per hour.
16 years I've been an employee at Rolling Fields. I've never seen something like this, but I think everyone's doing great for getting our elders out and safe.
No serious injuries reported. Cleanup is also underway in parts of Connecticut. Severe weather toppled a bunch of big trees in New Canaan. A storm system brought heavy winds and torrential rains to much of the area. Major weather problems on the other side of the country as well. The remnants of Tropical Depression Rosa brought buckets of rain to the southwest. Major flooding in Phoenix, where emergency officials had to rescue a woman from a vehicle stranded in high waters. Crews also saved a man stranded in Scottsdale. Some roadways are also restricted as a result of the rains. Utah residents are getting ready for Rosa. A group of volunteers in Payson spent much of Tuesday filling sandbags to help fight the floodwaters.
Water damage is pretty serious, so if we can keep the water out of somebody's house, that's awesome. If this saves somebody's house from flooding, then that's a good thing.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Millions from Phoenix to Salt Lake are at risk of flooding from Rosa.
Aid is slowly making its way toward Palu, Indonesia, after the area was devastated by an earthquake and tsunami last week. The disaster has left many roads broken and split, and communications have been limited. More than 25 countries have offered assistance after Indonesian President Joko Widodo appealed for international help, but little help has reached the disaster zone. As of today, Palu has a rising death toll of 1,407 and 2,500 people severely injured.
Cristiano Ronaldo issued a statement in regards to allegations recently brought forward accusing him of rape. Catherine Mayagora is accusing the soccer star of attacking her in a Las Vegas hotel room in 2009. German magazine Der Spiegel reports Ronaldo and Mayorga reached a settlement out of court totaling $375,000. In a tweet, Ronaldo says, "I firmly deny the accusations being issued against me. Rape is an abominable crime that goes against everything I am and believe in." Las Vegas police have reopened the case, which was closed after they had no initial suspect. Coming up in sports, James Vanderbroek watching WTOP 10 Nightly News.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
This is the moment I knew. His future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
Is "How are you, precious"? Okay.
Take out the precious. It's way too cheesy.
Okay, yeah.
Just go,
sure.
"Hey, how are you?
Nope.
How's your day?"
Yeah.
Don't be cheesy.
Yeah, I figured.
So, what'd she say?
She's still typing. I'm not sure. She never takes this long.
I wouldn't worry about it. Give it a few minutes.
Okay.
To WTOP 10, I'm Jake Vandenbroek, and it's time for your sports update. The Oswego State women's volleyball team last weekend in SUNYAC play was not the best. The Lakers posted one of the in last week on WTOP sports reporter Nick Ketter spoke with the team to see how they were able to turn it around.
The Oswego State women's volleyball team returned home with a 1-2 record after a weekend of SUNYAC pool play. The team's record on the season, however, is 11-6. I spoke with the team to see how they intend to get back to their winning ways.
It's so early in the season that I don't feel like we're out of anything yet. So you just try and focus on what you can control, and we can't control what just happened, but we can certainly control going forward.
This past weekend definitely fueled us into wanting to get those wins more, and especially now people probably think that we're underdogs down and out, but I think we definitely still have a chance. We're working hard every day at practice to get that up there, so we definitely can compete with anyone in the SUNYAC.
People come in early every single day, so you can know that they're really dedicated. It's a general emotion throughout the entire team that we're all really dedicated to the sport and to each other. And we all kind of just we all really love each other, and we all want each other to get better, not let alone ourselves.
And when at pool play,
we tighten up the depth a little bit so we don't go as deep into the roster with SUNYAC pool play.
We definitely do more scouting reports and stuff like that, watch film before SUNYAC because we have a bigger rivalry with all those schools, but I think we come into practice every day with the same goal of getting better no matter who we're playing. So.
Yep.
The Lakers women's volleyball team will host Clarkson on September 26th, and then on October 5th and 6th will return to SUNYAC pool play in New Paltz as they take on Fredonia, Plattsburgh, and the host New Paltz. This has been Nick Ketter reporting for WTOP 10 Sports.
The Lakers did, in fact, defeat Clarkson on September 26th, and now they look ahead to their next weekend of SUNYAC pool play this coming weekend as they travel to New Paltz. The Oswego State women's tennis team edged Cortland by a score of 5-4 yesterday afternoon at the Romney Fieldhouse. Senior Samantha Spence and Haru Kobayashi won in both singles and doubles, but Eliza Johnson won both of her sets in singles to propel the Lakers to victory. The Lakers return to the court this Sunday to take on the Utica Pioneers. Game time is at 12 p.m. To some high school volleyball. Tuesday night's girls volleyball showdown between Solvay and Marcellus could not have been much more evenly matched, as it took the full 5 sets for a victory to be determined. Not only that, 3 of those games were decided by just 2 points and 1 more by only 4, as the Bearcats came back from a 2-0 deficit to drop the Mustangs. Brielle Bagazi and Mile Plattler each notched team highs in kills with 13. While Jordan Bamba recorded 23 digs for Solvay. The Syracuse men's basketball team have signed a 2-year recruit, John Bulajak, for the 2019 season. The 6'11" center from Westchester, Pennsylvania, has announced his decision based off of his Instagram post. Ajax said he appreciated the fact that Syracuse had been showing interest in him since his sophomore year and didn't back off when he struggled last season with an Achilles injury. Switching over to Major League Baseball, the Baltimore Orioles announced today manager Buck Showalter will not return for the 2019 season. Showalter struggled out of the gate in Baltimore before leading them to at least 81 wins in 5 straight seasons. Under Showalter's presence, the Orioles reached the postseason 3 times, including the American League Championship Series in 2014. But the past 2 years have been struggles, though. Baltimore went 75-87 to finish last in the AL East in 2016, and then finished with 47 wins with 115 losses this season, which was one of the worst campaigns in Major League Baseball. While the Milwaukee Brewers were waiting for their opponent in the National League Series, the Cubs and Rockies battled out in the NL Wild Card last night. We're going to pick things off with John Lester. He's going to be able to strike out Story as he was able to get out of the jam there. Cub fans are appreciating it. Excuse me, that was Matt Holliday. What a good outing for Lester as he only gave up 1 run. But here, we're going to go to the bottom of the 7th. It's going to be Daniel Murphy, but he gets robbed by Trevor Story. Take a gander. What a beautiful diving catch that was. Oh, man, Daniel Murphy not pleased with that. Rockies still up 1-0. Bottom 8th. He gets out of a jam. That was Adam Ottavino striking out Jason Hayward with the 2-seam fastball. But then, now the Cubs are going to produce. It's Javi Baez. He goes up the middle for a base hit on the 0-2 slinger. He's going to cash in Gore as he's going to stop at second for a double. Cubs are going to tie it up at 1. But we got some extra baseball. Top 13, it's Tony Walters. He comes off with a pitch hit, finds the middle. Trevor Story, he's going to come in the score and give the Rockies a 2-1 lead. Yeah, look at that face. I'd be pretty pumped up. But last chance for the Cubs. Scott Oberg, he strikes out Almora Jr. on the 2-seam fastball. Colorado beats the Cubs, and they will play the Milwaukee Brewers in the NLDS coming soon. And let's go back to the Yankees. Oh, excuse me. We're going to take a quick break after that. You are watching WTOP 10.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Hi there. You might wonder what a famous Hollywood celebrity like me is doing reading in the dark. Is this some new sort of Hollywood method acting? No, this is quite real.
Did you know that Americans use about 4 times as much energy per year as the global average? We waste energy left and right, despite the fact that the dirty fossil fuels we use to power our energy sources wreak havoc on the natural world and destroys valuable wildlife habitats.
By reading with my solar-powered night vision goggles, I'm saving energy and looking sleek.
You don't have to sit in the dark like Ed Begley Jr. to save the world. Fight climate change by speaking up for cleaner, smarter energy, including rooftop solar.
Oh, that's way better. Oh.
Do your part and find out other world-saving tips at betterthaned.org.
Welcome back to WTOP 10. Let's talk right now, big news in sports. We're going to keep you around for just a little bit longer.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's talk about the Yankees game going on right now. Do you know the scores?
Yeah, so right now it's top of the 4th. The Yankees are up 2-0. Aaron Judge has a 2-run homer. Luis Severino, he's looking pretty sharp on the mound as he has fanned 5 batters right now.
Gotcha. So who do you predict in the Final Four for the NLDS and ALDS? CS.
NLCS?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Milwaukee. I think they got a lot of talent with, led by Christian Yelich and Ryan Braun. And, I got to go with the Dodgers. So.
Gotcha. That sounds really good.
Well, enough about sports, Bobby. Please tell me that I could get rid of this terrible rain that we're experiencing these days.
Well, after tomorrow, there's going to be a cold front coming through, which is going to bring some pretty moderate rain up to about a half an inch. And after that, temperatures are actually going to cool down pretty significantly, going into the 30s. So you might actually need to bring out a jacket tomorrow night if you're deciding to go out. And as we get towards Friday, going to be a bit of a roller coaster as we see a high of 59, but it will be sunny, so that'll be a big change up. And then this weekend, back in the 70s, and as we get towards next week, it'll be rainy still.
All right. Well, that's our report for tonight. Make sure you stay tuned for our next show.
Thank you for watching, everyone. Have a great night.
And then she was like, yeah, and I was like, no. And then she was like, yeah, and I was like, yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god, what? Ryan just texted me. Oh my god, what did he say? Netflix and chill? Netflix and chill, that's like so last year. It's all about WTOP movies on demand and chill. You are so right.
Yo, bro, what's wrong?
Yo, bro. My girl left me, bro.
But why?
Because I don't watch WTOP 10 movies on demand.
This new dad is picturing a tree house in the sky, but he's ignoring the instructions. Good luck, big guy. His kids know that he's building without a clue. Never been so good with nails and glue. Now we're trapped inside a box. I hope mom knows what to do. Mom! See, you don't have to be perfect to be the perfect parent.
Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
Hey, it's Ava, and this is Tess from Do Your Selfie, where we recreate the hottest looks from today's biggest music videos.
After cleaning out our closet, we have a lot of clothes we don't wear anymore.
Like this old pile of t-shirts.
It's not garbage, it's actually a new rug.
And to make it, all you need to do is cut, tie, and glue.
Cut the t-shirt into strips.
Tie the strips into knots.
And glue the knots to the bath mat. I love it. Give your garbage another life
and recycle.